Glen Lyon. The longest, loneliest and loveliest glen in Scotland. The words of Sir Walter Scott, and I have to agree with him. It was here we'd chosen to embark on our next adventure, 2 Munros and a wild camp. Instead, it was to be the venue for one of the scariest moments I've had on the hills. A reminder to me that although beautiful, the mountains can be a dangerous place. The adventure kick-started bright and early, with the long drive starting around 4:30 AM. I was trying to avoid the crowds you see, like these ones we saw later that day at Ben Lawers. We took the long, winding road through the mountains, past the Lawers range. I like driving this road. You have to take it very slow, because there are sheep round every corner. But the views are incredible. And it feels wild. We finally arrived at our destination in Glen Lyon, the mountains lit in golden sunlight. Far from being quiet, the place was buzzing. The meadow pipits were up early, going about their pipit business, doing all things pipit-like. We got ourselves ready and headed down over a small bridge and through a wee forest on the other side. The sounds of the birds all around was incredible. Just around the corner is Giora Dam. It was an impressive structure, holding back the heavy waters of Lochain Dive. Now there's only one dam that I know of that has more chiselled features than this one, and that's Jean-Claude Van Damme, of course. But this one's a close second. We headed along the south side of the loch, towards a Munro named Stuc and Lochain, the first, and as it would turn out, last objective of the day. A small cairn marked the point where we left the nice, flat path and onto the rocky and muddy path up the mountain. Looking back at the car, we could see groups of walkers starting up the route to another nearby Munro, Mialbuya, our second objective of the day, across the other side of the glen. The narrow muddy path winds its way around the side of the mountain. But then we came across this. If you're looking for a way to quickly destroy the cartilage in your knee joints, then I've got just the place for you. This steep, stony incline was hard going. The reward was looking back at the tiny dam down below with a great sense of achievement. It was about this time we were passed by some familiar faces from YouTube, making the steep slopes look like a walk in the park. It's a small world out there. The worst part of the climb was now behind us. All we had left to do was climb this wee lump and we'd be on to the main ridge. Rising up onto the ridge, we got our first view down to the other end of the loch. We weren't the only ones enjoying the clear weather and spectacular views though. I love a wee ridge walk. A nice easy stroll where you just get to enjoy the views and the peace and quiet. At last, we were closing in on the summit. This fellow, without a doubt, had the best seat in the house. Perched on a small outcrop, overlooking Corra and Lochain and the glen below. A few more minutes and we'd reach the summit, revealing the vast expanse of the Ranach Moor beyond the mountains. My first Munro of 2020. It's been a long time coming. The summit was a panoramic pleasure. All you could see for miles around was wilderness and mountains. We could make out the famous Bochela Etive Moor over at Glen Coe through the haze. On the other side, Ben Lors and Stuc made for quite the impressive skyline. We sat around for a good half an hour, while I munched my own body weight in salami sandwiches. The clouds flowing over us, with the sunshine flickering through. Satisfied with our handiwork, we started to make the journey back to the car to start our next Munro of the day. And that's when things took a wee turn for the worse. We were carefully picking our way down the knee-wrenching stony path near the start of the hill, when my fellow mountain goat, who's normally an agile rock hopper, took a tumble, head first down the steep slope and hit her head on the rocks. She managed one full roll, head over heels, before I managed to catch her bag and stop her rolling any further. It was a scary moment. She escaped with only a few cuts and a badly bruised leg. I was surprised nothing was broken. It could have easily have been much worse. We decided to head home and get her patched up for our next adventure. It just goes to show though, things could take a turn at any moment in the mountains, so it always pays to be prepared. Hopefully third time's a charm when it comes to wild camping. Thanks everybody for watching, and I'll see you all next time.